Hi YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and I bring you little snippets of my life every week. And today we are talking about hair. As you can see, I have a lot of it and I want to show you how I get it from looking like this, crazy, curly, kinky, a little bit frizzy and unruly, to this straight, soft, sleek hair. If you want to know how I achieved this straight hair and the products I used, then keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so that you can be a part of my YouTube family. So this is my natural hair. As you can see, there is some frizz, a lot of curls. I have extremely curly hair. You can see it all the way over here. So I have a lot of hair, but I love my curly hair. I love to wear it out naturally. It doesn't bother me. I have no shame in showing off my curls. I love them. But sometimes I do like to look a little more sleek, and I have recently discovered an amazing tool. Well, actually my cousin is the one that put me onto this. So thank you to my cousin. I am totally appreciative. I am talking about the Revlon one-step hair volumizer and style. So the Revlon one-step hair styler and volumizer. This thing is amazing. I mentioned this in my Amazon video. I will link it down below. If you have not watched the video, please do, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. What was I saying? Oh, the brush. It has a nice feature here where you can hold the brush as you are moving it around. It does get really hot, so you need to make sure that you don't leave it in one spot for too long. And it also has a nice oval shape, so it does give volume as you're moving the brush. And it also has two different kinds of bristles. So they have the detangling bristles, which have the pink heads on them. And they also have what the box says, boar-like technology bristles. Surely if the brush did have boar bristles, it would be more expensive, I'm sure. So similar, like bristles will do. This is an amazing brush. I think I completed my hair, all of this hair, in less than 30 minutes. I think 22 minutes, but I will time it again today for you and I will let you know. So before I get started on my hair, I usually prep it. So this is washed, conditioned, and detangled. Then with heat protectant, I use a couple of different things. Let me show you. The first thing I use is the Prep Rally, and this is a detangler and a heat protectant. I never, ever, ever do my hair without using a heat protectant and the other products that I will show you. One, because I have very curly hair, and so as we all know, chicks with curly hair usually have drier ends. So I make sure that my hair is protected, moisturized, and ready to go before I put all that heat on my hair. So the first thing again is the Prep Rally from Drybar. It is a prime and prep detangler and a heat protectant in one. Then once I do that, I use the Olaplex Bond Smoother. This is the leave-in conditioner and it does wonders for your hair. Olaplex has amazing products. You can find this in Nordstrom, you can find it in Sephora or on olaplex.com. This one is 3.3 ounces, but I think the other products like the shampoo and the conditioner, they come, I think, as large as perhaps 8 ounces. I don't remember. And they range from $14 for, I think, the size to $28. So they are small bottles and they are a tad bit pricey, but you do not need a lot. And I'm telling you this as somebody with all this hair. Maybe a quarter size at most. It does amazing things. So I use that in my hair before I start heating. And then I use a little bit of oil. This is the Olaplex number 7 bonding oil. I also use this kind of from the mid section of my hair down, just to add a little bit more moisture to my hair before I add heat to it. So I have added these 3 already, but we can add a little bit more just so I show you the routine. So as mentioned, I go in with the detangler and the heat protectant first. So I just do some spritzes over here. And then I go in with the bond smoother. So I take a dollop of that and have another one here that I can use. So like I said, I just use a dollop, rub it in the palms, and then just go in like this. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but when I use the one step, I do not fully have my hair wet. I let it dry to about 80% when I use it, only because I don't want to add a ton of heat to my head using that tool, because it does get really hot. Then I'm going in with the bonding oil, as I mentioned earlier, and like 2 drops, rub in the palm of your hand. And again, just, I would say the mid, because my hair gets pretty greasy at the roots fairly quickly. So I don't really put too much on the top. So I put in the middle and bottom first, and then I bring it up. So we are prepped. On to sectioning. So to section my hair, I like using these little elastic bands, not like the regular ones that we normally use, something like this. I prefer these because they have a lot more give, and they don't damage your hair as much as these might. So I prefer these little, I'm not even sure what they call these things, to be honest, but again, you can find them anywhere, Forever 21. I know Nordstrom also carries these, any place where you can find hair ties. So I take the first half of my hair, the top half, my God, and I kind of just move it away. So I like to go or start from the bottom up. It may seem a little bit difficult when you're using this brush, because we are kind of moving the brush up to get a lot more volume. So with the elastic band, I'm just going to secure this little tiny bun up here. Now we have all of this hair to work with. I like to go side by side. It's all preference. And again, as I work with my hair and I do section by section, I detangle. I detangle often so that it doesn't get caught in the brush as I'm doing it, and it just moves a lot faster and smoother. So I use the wet brush just in case anyone is interested. So we will section again. We're going to take the hair and split it. And just to get it out of my face, I wrap it around the first bun, and I use one of these clips just to move it out of my face, like so. So just one more time, like this. Let me show you how quickly this brush does its magic. So before I turn on the brush, it is a little loud. So as I am working, I'm gonna keep the volume on for the first couple times. And then when I finish my hair, I'm going to turn off the volume because it is fairly loud. So I'm going to show you right now with the volume on how loud it is and how quickly it will do this side. Let's go. take a look. This is the section that we just did, obviously. And this is my natural hair. This was about a minute and a half, perhaps, maybe less. So it did a really good job. It smooths out the hair. And I do two different ways. As you can see, I went first up to get the roots and volumize in there. And then I took it down to smooth it. So you can do either way. It depends on your comfort and the way you like to hold the brush. Again, as you saw me do, I was going up first to get some volume and to really get in there and dry the roots. And then I switched to a downward motion. And that's how I also get a little twist on the bottom. So I don't really like the hair to be perfectly straight unless I'm going back in with a flat iron. And with this, I normally don't have to do that. So I'm going to do another piece on this side and I will show you with the volume on again. And then we will proceed with the volume off. So let's do it again. So I'm going to take this section that I had clipped a little bit earlier and I'm going to finish this portion right here. So we're going to take that section of hair and I'm going to take another clip and just move this side out of my way like that. And of course I go back in and smooth it out. I also have a mirror here so that I can really see what I'm doing. So here we go. So this is the second section that I completed. And again, less than a minute. So I am excited that I don't have to use a huge round brush and the blow dryer and my arms starting to hurt. So I am ecstatic. So I'm going to finish up this side of my hair and the top, and I'm going to keep it on mute so that you don't hear too much of the brush, but you get to see how I finish off my hair. So keep watching. So guys, as I did mention, I am keeping the volume on mute because the dryer is fairly loud and the noise gets a little bit annoying. But as you can see, I'm just starting off on the other side of my hair and I'm showing you the movements of the brush. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I do up and down motion. So I take the hair and I move it up to get more volume. And then as I'm finishing up that section, I take the brush down to smooth it out and make sure I have no flyaways and the ends are dried and styled. So each section is done thoroughly and completed. So here I'm done with the next section. I'm moving along and I am onto a new section. Again, as you can see, I'm going underneath for more volume and then brushing the hair down to smooth it out. I also wanted to mention that when I do blow dry my hair, I know I said this multiple times in the video earlier, but I wanted to reiterate that I make sure that my hair is moisturized very well and clean before I blow dry or style my hair with any heat so that the style stays longer. So up until now, it has taken me about 15 to almost 20 minutes to complete those sections. And again, I can't even tell you how many times I'm saying this, really excited about this brush because I don't have to go back and use the flat iron, where when I use the blow dryer, I would spend about 30 to 45 minutes just drying my hair and smoothing it out with the round brush and the blow dryer, and then taking another 15 to 20 minutes to really get in there and straighten it with the flat iron. So this really alleviates a lot of the heat that I would normally put on my hair when straightening it. So I'm pretty grateful for this. I was debating on getting another tool, but as I mentioned in my earlier video in my Amazon haul, I did get this one for about $35 on Amazon. So it's much cheaper than Target or perhaps Walmart. I think there I found it for maybe 55 or 56, something like that. So I'm not sure if they still have it on Amazon. I will double check and leave a comment below. But if it is, I would really recommend that you try it out. And let me know in the comments if you did enjoy it. Guys, I just noticed as I was filming the video that there was a lot less smoke or steam that was coming out of my hair as opposed to me using a round brush or blow dryer. So that's a really great plus to know that the tool isn't really crisping up your hair as you are styling. I notice most of the times when I use the round brush, my hair is fairly dry after I'm done, and I'm not sure if it's just me, but sometimes I'm super thirsty as well. I'm not sure where the correlation is, but let me know in the comments below if that happens to you too. So here I am on my final section, and when it comes to the hair, like the sides that I part, I like to do that section that you saw with the bun. I like to style it towards the front and then, part it back so that there's more volume at the top of my head. And then I just go in and I smooth out anything that I see was missed or needs a little bit extra. So everyone, this is my hair completely straight. It is done. It took me, again, less than half an hour. So I did time it. It was start time at 5:32 and we are now at 5:58. So under half an hour. I am excited. Again, make sure that you use enough products to protect your hair from the heat before you use any kind of heating agent. So whether it be this brush, the blow dryer, a flat iron, make sure that you have enough products to protect your hair and also to protect the style. You don't want to fry your hair while you are styling it. So I just went ahead and put some bronzer on and some lipstick. This is actually the Huda Beauty lipstick in Dirty 30. I'm not sure if it suits my face. Comment below if you think it does. Comment below if you think it doesn't. I'm really curious about your opinion. So it's a great formula. It is super matte. I love it. So good job on that one, Huda. So that's really it. I'm super excited that you guys have stayed and watched this video, and I really hope that you guys go out and purchase this item if you have not already. If you do have the Revlon styler, then comment below and let me know how you like it, or if you don't, why you don't like it. Let me know, and hopefully I will see you again in my next video.